Hello, good morning, and welcome back, Cardinals. My name is Mr. Spring, and most of you know me, and I have the fortunate job of serving you as your principal. With that, guys, just like every year, and when we kick off the school year, we got some things we have to talk about and address so that you are clear on how to be successful at Medical Lake High School. We got a lot of things changing this year, so make sure you're tuning in here. It's really, really important that the ears are open. Teachers, please ensure that your students are given the maximum awareness of the conversations we're about to have, because it is important. But before I start, I also want to introduce my cohort here, our assistant principals. These guys do some great work here. We got Lyra McGurk, which you call Mrs. McGurk, and we got Mr. Justin Blaine, which you obviously call Mr. Blaine, and I already introduced myself. Mr. Spring, your principal.
All right, thanks, Mr. Spring. Hello, everyone. Like Mr. Spring said, I'm Mr. Blaine. Excited to get going with another school year here. No restrictions to start the year and a fresh start. So hope you had a great summer and looking forward to get back in the swing of things here at school. One quick note for you guys this year, since we did add another assistant principal in Miss McGurk. She and I are going to take a similar approach to managing our grade levels like your school counselors do. So I will be your designated admin for 10th and 12th graders, and I'll be working alongside Mrs. Pruitt. So 10th or 12th graders, if you need anything, I'm your guy this year. Again, thank you, cards, and here's Miss McGurk.
Thank you, Mr. Blaine. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 22-23 year. We're looking forward to getting things moving along, and I'm happy to be here as the support for the administrative team here at Medical Lake High School. I will be supporting the 9th and the 11th graders with Mrs. Wilbanks, as well as the Endeavors and Connect Plus students and student services. So back to Mr. Spring.
All right, Cardinals, so the next phase of this is in my opinion, one of the first things we talk about, because it's one of the most important things we talk about, and that is how to be successful at Medical Lake High School.
All right, thanks, Mr. Spring. So students, mine is really simple today. It's just about student attendance, and I'll add in punctuality in the sense of being on time to school and being on time to your individual classes during the day. Students, attendance is a really important life skill that will follow you well beyond high school into anything that you do. So at Medical Lake High School, we really pay close attention, and we do everything that we can to help our students establish those good habits. So students, wake up in the morning, get to school on time, and you'll have great school days. Ms. McGurk.
As a follow-up to that, another part of success is just taking that time to really think through and make good choices. We're a small community, we're proud of community, and the things that you do matter. So just be certain to think about your impact in our very small pond, and things will be just great.
And in closing, guys, I'm just gonna make it real simple, and I'm gonna tell you that it's your job to give your best effort every day. And we all know what that is. Your best effort is simply that. You come to school determined and do the absolute best work that you know how to do, and I guarantee you, historically, you have an excellent chance to be successful at Medical Lake High School. All right, guys, this next one is a big one, and it's probably gonna raise a lot of eyebrows, and it might even upset a few of you. However, when we make decisions, we make them based on honestly what's best for you and the safety of this high school. So the first one we're gonna talk about for need to knows, we call these our next 3 bullet points here, and it's regarding student parking. As we know, last year we encountered some major challenges with student parking. We had multiple accidents, unfortunately, happen in the parking lot. The area that our parking lot, our student parking lot is located is extremely congested, and exit and entry to the parking lot is difficult. So we did some work. We talked to the Spokane County Sheriff's Department. We talked to our school district office, and we met and we came to a determination that there's going to be some changes, so listen up. Originally, our back parking lot, which is on the east side of the building, was designated for senior-only parking, and that's why the name of that parking lot is actually the senior parking lot. Well, that's going to become reality this year. That means that parking lot is now going to be designated for seniors only, staff as well, and visitor parking. And again, now you're sitting there going, okay, where's the sophomores and the juniors going to go? Sophomores and juniors will relocate to LaFay Street and the baseball parking lot. And some of you are going to say, that's way too far to walk. No, it isn't. We've paced it off. We will have the courtyard gate open for you to get directly to into the 500 hallway and or the gym area based on where your first period class is or where your class is after you come back from lunch should you choose to leave. We have ordered placards that all seniors will have to register your vehicle and display a placard in the mirror and window of your car so that we can determine who is parking in the senior parking lot. So once again, guys, I know this is a big change. I don't think it's going to be a big deal after a couple days, but that is coming at us.
Thanks, Mr. Spring. All right, guys, I got two, and I'm going to be really quick. So item number one is lunchtime. We will maintain our full off-campus privilege for all students. You guys did a great job last year in being responsible when you left campus. One thing that I would ask you to improve on, though, was just generally speaking that if you do leave campus, you have to be back on time for fifth period in your classroom. So if you're going to make that choice to leave, just be responsible and make sure you're back on time. For students who remain on campus, we will have designated spots where you can eat, but they're a little different than last year. So the cafeteria is available. Secondly, the library will be available for overflow from the cafeteria. And then there are certain teachers who open up their classrooms to students at lunchtime so that you can enjoy lunch with your teachers. As far as the gymnasiums and the gym hallway, there will be no food or drink allowed downstairs in that area or in any other carpeted area. The small gym will be open at lunchtime for activities like the big gym was last year, but now it will be the small gym, but no food or drink. My second item today, and it's just because we have to mention it, is dress code. Today, while you're sitting in school, it's nearly 100 degrees outside. We know it's really hot. But we have to remind you that we are at school, and it's not like being at the mall or being out and about, on a weekend with your friends. And there is a certain standard that we have to achieve. We all have to achieve. And the bottom line is that if your outfit might be questionable, you look at yourself in the mirror in the morning and you say, I don't know, odds are it probably isn't, and just make the switch so that it doesn't become an issue at school. If it does, and one of us, has to have a conversation, we just want to let you know that's the last conversation we want to have because we don't want to upset anybody. We don't want that to be the first time we meet you or have a conversation, but sometimes it is. And so we just want to let you know that we have a job to do, and we'll do that job and we'll work through it no matter what it is. So Cards, thank you for hearing me out on that one. I'm going to turn it over to Ms. McGurk for our last ones here.
Thank you, Mr. Blaine. Lastly, I'd like to address being responsible with technology in the classroom and maximizing your learning. So we have some powerful tools. We're fortunate to be a one-to-one school where all our students have Google Chrome machines, and we also have cell phones in the classrooms as well. So the most important thing is this idea of maximizing your opportunity to learn. So out of sight, out of mind is best practice when it comes to cell phones, unless of course your teachers allow you for whatever reason for the purpose of learning by their discretion. Otherwise, just be responsible with the tools that you have before you, and be the best you possibly can be.
All right. Okay, we're about ready to close here. And in closing, bottom line, guys, is your administrative team that's in front of you here is here to serve you. And every staff member at Medical Lake High School is also here to serve you. And that goes from teachers to our paraprofessionals to all the way to our custodians and our cooks and everybody else, secretaries. Everybody here, our goal is to make your high school experience the absolute best possible experience you could imagine. I think personally, I've been the principal here for 7 years. It's going on my 7th year, and I've been in the district for a long time. And pride is something that I certainly carry with me for this school building, for everybody that attends this high school, and for everybody that works here. And I want you to join me in that. What I hope is that every one of you learns how to be a great Cardinal. Because I'm going to tell you what right now, this high school is one of the highest performing high schools in the greater Spokane area. And that's because we do great work, we have great teachers, and we have a great community, and most importantly too, we have an incredible student body. So, guys, signing off, have a great 2022-23 school year, and go Cardinals.